We've all done things. No one should talk about out loud. Stuff that should have landed us behind bars or 6 feet under. But it didn't. It never does. And when I'm with them, I feel unchained. Like the violence in my chest finally has somewhere to go. It excites me, keeps me sharp, alive. Oh shit. Okay. I like my brain went like, what? What? Damn, whoever wrote this, y'all know a lot. And if you are practitioners, you are like, you've seen some things. Don't discount that. Stay safe, though. Like, stay safe. I am not, but I knew a couple of people who, honestly, for their own good, stopped. Yo, okay, let's go. Continuing on. Let's go. Do you want to be normal? I don't think you're bad. I don't think you're so bad. Abnormal is refreshing. Normal is overrated. Anyways, dude. I don't think you're so bad. Abnormal is refreshing. I wonder, does he want to be normal? Do you want to be normal? It's overrated. Normalcy doesn't exist in truth, actually, in technicality. Like in a truth kind of way, it doesn't exist. Normalcy is what literally you decide and choose is normal. And in the collective sense, it doesn't exist until it is decided upon, as in, this is what is normal. What was normal in back in the days was owning slaves and all that stuff. Then we look at it, we're like, that's not normal. What's normal is equal as best as you can rights within and throughout a democratic and sovereign free state, nation, country, continent, you name it. And even now, that's still evolving. So normalcy doesn't exist until decided upon. So does he want to be normal? I don't think he's that bad. He seems chill. He doesn't seem like he does all the other crazy things, but he seems like he also does all those other crazy things if you rub him the wrong way. Do you want to be normal? Avon tilted his head, caught off guard, not by the question, but by how seriously you're asking it. What? I used to. When I was younger. I was so desperate back then. So you gave up? Avon laughs silently. Maybe. It was easier that way. But hey, I'm damn good at hiding it. You two sat in silence for a moment, watching as the gray clouds passed by and the wind of Colorado passing you by. I was thinking about the whole thing with your family, and I can't help but be a little jealous. Avon looked at you in concern, his eyebrows raising in shock for a moment. You quickly realize your own words and stammered to clarify. Wait, whoa, no, no, I mean like you and your sister. My bad. You nodded with a small huh and with a small huh and thought for a moment. This font is a font. Is all I can say. It's a font. For some of these things, it's barely visible. Well, do you have any siblings? You waved off the idea. Oh, no, no. But it would be fun if I did. Abram chuckled. Yeah. You lay beside him, eyes drifting once more to the. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. Because the choice, I was like, do you want to be normal? I feel like he's not that bad. My choice is you're not that bad. It's just, no, I don't think you're so bad. Abnormal is refreshing. Your eyes softened into a gaze, lips curving ever so slightly. Everyone blinks at you, almost suspicious of your kindness. He studies your face as if trying to find the joke. I'm not kidding. He seemed almost disturbed by your drawn out words. Wait, what? What are these? Okay, does this make you. Okay, wait, I gotta look at this like a psychopath. Like, okay, gotta look at this weirdly. So, this is like, do you wanna be normal as normal? It's refreshing. Okay, okay, now that I look at it, it does sound like a suburban kid being like, oh my gosh, I wish I had your life. Okay, yeah. Normal is overrated. I said overrated because it doesn't exist. And I wondered if let's just stick with do you want to be normal because I don't know. It seems like it's the only one that's not gonna make me look like I'm off my crackhead and I'm on my dementia, like demented shit. Okay, for moments, okay. I was thinking about the whole thing with your family. Let's move a bit forward because I read this. He waved off the idea, but I think it would be fun if I did. Avon chuckled. Yeah. He lay beside him, eyes drifting once more to the inverted cross pendant resting on his chest. The St. Peter's cross glints faintly under the moonlight. You hesitate, then speak softly. You've talked about your dad a little, but not much about your mom, or your family in general, besides the candle stuff. Avon's gaze doesn't leave the sky. His thumb instinctively moves to the pendant, pressing it lightly. My dad? You already know. Cold stuff, anger, the whole cocktail. My mom wasn't really around. Not fully. Avon huffed through his nose at the memory. She had this affair with a man. Not like some midlife crisis either. It was long, ongoing. My dad knew. She never left him though. 'Cause if he's a Satanist, dude, do you know what they do to people who cheat on them? Bruh. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all. Some of y'all are intense. Like, excuse me, let me put something. I had to plug my stuff in. Like, yo, my country had a whole thing with that. People would try to even just break up with them because they're just like he on the day was like, oh yeah, no, I'm this. I'm like, I'm a practitioner. And they're like, oh, okay. Not my person. I'm sorry, not interested. And they would try to leave. And some people obviously would just be normal about it and be like, oh, okay. I'm sorry, I can't date you then because my faith is like with God. I'm Christian, or oh no, I don't do that. I'm like traditionalist. We don't do that here. We don't do that. We believe in the ancestors kind of energy. And people would end up literally dead. They would end up quite dead, very dead. If not in some serious positions where they were threatened legit by people who either it's not everybody, but people who either like couldn't take the L or like just they were already planning it, so the plan kind of just went off. So they just decided, screw it, let's just get on with it. And some people did actually, unfortunately, lose their lives. Just like some practitioners, some practitioners is all I say. Some specific religious and not just Christian practitioners who were not kind in the sense of just taking either rejection through like a long-term relationship or they they just didn't like the person and just decided, yeah, that would be good for a sacrifice or something. The things that would happen on this planet that sometimes happen and have happened are crazy. But yo, if you're not doing that and you're a practitioner, I'm saying I'm on my own business, man. Or woman, or person. Like, stay safe, stay right. Don't go too crazy on that stuff. It's not good for anybody, man. Yo, I don't know if you were the people, if guys, I don't know, it was not on here. The amount of times people have tried to recruit not just me, but a lot of people in the country with that. It's like it's something, man. Just stay safe, yo. If you don't do that, don't mess with it. Yeah, just even if they're not like obviously a religious or cultist person, just if people behave a certain way towards you, don't take that lightly. They mean it. They really do. Even if it's just a spur of the moment kind of thing. Don't play with your life like that. Not like some midlife crisis or something. It was long. Okay, back to the story now. Ongoing. My dad knew. She never left him though. Eventually she did. Not legally, of course. They're still married on paper. Isn't that something? Dude, in a way I understand why she wouldn't just break up with him legally. If she is the one who got like not only the access to the country and such, but if he wanted, he could just have straight up have y'all like deported and everything. He could paint y'all in such a bad image and ruin everybody's lives. So I gotta see why she didn't do that, let alone the cult stuff. But yeah. And mind you, I don't judge everybody. It's like some people are there with the faith for whatever reasons, either grew up with it or not. But I do truly believe that God, God is probably waiting for you, dude. I don't like to just randomly say that. It's okay to like change your ways. He was always there. It doesn't mean you'll just be safe from the bat. But everybody goes through their things and they learn. And after they learned, you gotta make use of that. Make use of it in a good way. Don't just end up continuing what you were doing before. As horrifying as it can be sometimes. Yeah, it's worth taking a shot in the good direction. Either desperate to escape my father or desperately in love. Probably the first one. I never knew. Still don't. Hopefully it was like the first one. Because the desperately in love thing is kind of. It's, that's gonna be sad because they can't even get married now. That's sad. At the time, I was too young to really understand. Shaking his head, he continued as he listened with soft eyes. She did eventually have a kid, though. Oh, she was desperately in love again. Okay, so I'm sorry. Excuse me. When I was about 2, right before we moved here, things were fine, and I didn't suspect a thing. Too young to. Then, my dad got more violent, angry, drunk, abusive. He chuckles, humorless. I tried so hard to make her happy again. Mm, I would stay up all night doing my homework, studying, getting the best grades. Yeah. She always stressed the importance of it. Would say things like, "Don't worry about mommy." Oh, Habibi, don't worry about mommy, Habibi. Just focus on your studies and I'll be fine. Avon laughed sadly. I believed her. Though that even, thought that even when she was getting the lights knocked out of her by my grades, thought, what? Thought that even when she was getting the lights knocked out of her, my grades, all the things would fix it. Man, I was naive. You were a kid, dude. Can't blame yourself for that. You were just trying to bring her happiness the best way you knew how. Avon sighed as you listened. My sister, half sister, whatever. Mom took a Arden and ran when I was around 10. Left me with my dad like I was part of the problem. Yo, damn, that's like leaving you in the actual pit. What the heck? Maybe she was scared that maybe it's the thing of like he looked too much like the dad. Or every time she. But then. Yeah, it's definitely the correlation. Maybe she couldn't even take him with her. With her. Because legally and actually biologically speaking, your dad is the other person. Or just too much effort to pack up. Can you believe the guy actually moved up here too? Oh my god. This dude is in deep. Yeah, she probably couldn't take you with her because the dad would have genuinely went after y'all. It's so unfortunate. It seems like he doesn't really think of that. Yeah, if she took you, you could have just filed kidnapping and genuinely it would have been worse. Avon rolled his eyes at the thought. She checked in sometimes, buying groceries, see how I was doing, or when I got in trouble, but my dad barely cooked. When I was about 14, she hardly came around anymore. More like once every other month. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. And then at that point, I'm pretty sure eventually she was slowly giving up. Been there, done that. Dad didn't give a fuck either. Probably too drunk too. Sometimes just too sadistic too. I went hungry a lot. I ate spoiled or raw food until I finally taught myself how to cook. Money wasn't the issue. It's not like we were broke. They just stopped caring. Mm. My dad raised me to be detached, I guess. Like emotions were a weakness. He wanted me to be just like him. Occasionally put his hands on me and talked down to me like I was scum. Probably the worst thing he could have done. Yeah. He never really saw how much damage that shit caused. But he knew. Trust me, he knew. He knew. But watching him beat my mom, Avon spaced out, as if disassociating. Yeah, that left a big scar on its own. You didn't say anything at first, just let the silence settle between you. Avon stared ahead, eyes focused, jaw clenched but not angry, just distant, lost in memory. The wind moved. The wind moved through the cemetery trees again, brushing through branches and stone like the dead were listening. He spoke quietly. You okay? He blinked, like he'd forgotten you were there, head turning slightly towards you, then away. Yeah, yeah, I'm good. Ah, I feel, oh my gosh, that was heavy. He let out a quick breath, shaking his head lightly, as if trying to snap himself back, pulling the blanket that was wrapped between you closer into his body. Shit, I'm sorry, Buttercup. I probably got a lot deeper than you expected, huh? He smiled, trying to lighten the mood, but it was more like a mask than anything. It's okay. You kept your tone steady as you smiled. I don't mind. For a moment, his shoulders relaxed. Not much, but it was enough. So, what about your sister, Arden? Avon glanced at you, brows furrowing just a little. My sister, we're not that close anymore. Really? Avon hesitated for a moment, eyes drifting away from you again, looking at an old and cracked headstone. It's not because I don't want to be. I'd probably say it's probably just better this way. His thumb rubbed absent-mindedly into the blanket. We text a lot, though. Talk here and there, send memes, pretend things are normal. He gave a small, hollow chuckle. Hmm. Maybe. Oh, anything but that? Huh? Yep. I think I just wished we'd had a real childhood. Like one of those cliche ones with bikes rides and birthday parties and I don't know, warm kitchens and or something. Sort of like the Hallmark movies. Everybody wishes for that, bro. Even the kids who look like they have it, they don't have it. Sometimes they genuinely don't. He shook his head gently with a scoff, like he should push the image away before it got too vivid. She used to visit when I was younger. After she and Mom left, sometimes she'd stay a few nights, sometimes a few weeks. I used to count the days until she'd come back. Oh, I mean, oh, yeah, she's your sister. His voice got more distant now, and as he swallowed thickly. I got really attached. Mentally, I mean. Probably more than I should have. He seemed to struggle to look at you after that, staring down into his hands. Anyway, we hang out now and then. Grab food, walk around. It's good. It's just not the way I imagined it was. Not the way I imagined it when I was a kid. He exhaled slowly. But then I thought when I got older we'd just fix it somehow. Well, do you have any friends? Ouch. How mean. You laugh, giving him an apologetic smile. But yeah, I do. Though I'm not sure if you could call all of them friends. Dang, this guy. He has a story and a half to tell. Tell me about your high school friends. Tell me about your acquaintances. Tell me about your close friends. Oh, this is treading water. We're treading water now. He's like, yes, friends, but not many close friends. Then, do you have any close friends? Tell me about your close friends. I've got a little circle. Not many people know about them, not really. Just a handful of friends, if you could call them that. They're the ones I can actually be myself around. No masks, no filter, no judgment. That shit's rare. It is, indeed. Some of them are worse than me, honestly, in different ways. Sick, twisted people. Kind of people who should have been locked away years ago, if the world gave a damn. We've all done things no one should talk about out loud. Stuff that should have landed us behind bars or 6 feet under. But it didn't. It never does. And when I'm with them, I feel unchained. Like the violence in my chest finally has somewhere to go. It excites me, keeps me sharp, alive. Oh shit. Okay. I like my brain went like, what? What? Damn, whoever wrote this, y'all know a lot. And if you are practitioners, you are like, you've seen some things. Don't discount that. Stay safe, though. Stay safe. I am not, but I knew a couple of people who, honestly, for their own good, stopped. But also weirdly accepted. And I don't have a background in that. I just grew up in a country where apparently it went rampant during the time I was a kid. So that's why I'm like, I knew some people, and there were a lot of recruitments, especially around kids. It was not great. It was not good. So for me, it was not the best experience. Never was. Never was for anybody. You either joined or you ended up disappearing for a while, and then forever. If you were lucky, you returned, and you were never the same again. He laughed, not wanting to let off more than necessary. I don't talk about them too much, so maybe another day. But I will say this. I introduced Xander to them once. Thought maybe, just maybe, it'd fit in. It was optimistic. They scared him. Dude just went, all my friends are heathens, take it slow. I'm like, it's I'm not even joking. I'm like, yo, so many. That reminds me of so many things that happened. And that song came out, and I was like, dude, the people I'm going to introduce you to are not on that same edge that you think you are treading. Walk with care. And they didn't get it. Walk with care, and they just didn't get it. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm working with some serious people out here. Maybe I'm doing something that I'm not really aware of how dangerous it is. But I was fine. I was actually apparently fine. And some people, man, they were digging deeper than even I was. And I was like, what? This guy is on that edge. He is not even on the edge. He's on the other side. He is literally on the other side. He's far deep in it. Bro. Legit. Yeah, that is the song. His song is "My Friends Are Heathens." All my friends are heathens. It's just heathens. Like 21 Pilots. If you don't know it, why are you here? Like, how did you get here? It's like, why are you? How did you even get here? And hello, yeah, we all have histories, but hey, if you could handle it up until now, maybe we get along for a reason. Okay, maybe you're just as unhinged as all of us, as all of even me. It's just me. They're just hingedly unhinged, yet unhingedly hinged, and unhingedly hinged. It's just enough. Okay. But don't try to be. Do not try. If you're not, don't start. Trust me, don't do it. Don't do it. They scared him, especially after that cat. And there it is. The line is crossed. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. Okay, let's continue. Oh my gosh. You looked at him in curiosity. A cat? It's dead, girl. Like, yeah. They tortured it. I definitely didn't. That cat didn't sit right. Sorry. I. We killed a cat right in front of him. What the fuck? Avon jumped to defend himself. A mistake, really. I even looked to the side as if he was hiding something. Xander wanted nothing to do with them after that, avoided me for weeks. West, though, West was easier. He's wired for adrenaline. Doesn't even need a reason. Oh, wait, sorry. Doesn't even need a reason. If there's a rush, he's in. Oh, people like that, though. They could turn on you on a dime. They're like, that's so crazy. People like that, though. Oh my God, what? Thank you, God, for the life that I have now. Somehow, I was like, I'm alive. And if you were like me, you're probably listening to this dude and you're like, if you can relate to him in any way, because I'm looking at him like, oh my God, what? Like, I'm sitting down, I'm like, what just happened? Why? Can I? Why? I know I'm what? Like, what? I'm not even terrified because I'm like, I have not been to the levels he's been, but yo, life has a way, is all I can say. I did not do that. I did not do none of that, that's for sure. And it has a way of doing things to people, of causing stuff, of making you think it's okay. And if you really understand what I just said, and you're okay right now, thank Jesus. Or they're like, just sit there for a minute and be like, thank God I'm alive. Thank God. Hallelujah. And if you're right there, maybe like considering and just wondering why am I here? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, God is letting you know it's time to stop. Or it's time to go. It's time to change the route, okay? You've been on the wrong one. Your GPS misled you. I'm telling you, it glitched. It glitched so hard, you lost the plot there. You were lost in the sauce. Now it's time to go. It's time to go. I'm not even gonna lie. That's ridiculous. I just looked at this. I was like, what just happened? What just happened? Okay, I'm not gonna elaborate any more than that. It's like, wow, life, it changes. Things always get better. This just proved that to me. It's like, what just happened? Okay. Tursk hated that. Always tried to keep him out of our mess. But when Tursk wasn't looking, West tagged along just fine. But none of them, none, compared to her. Renee. Met her on Twitter, of all places. Why are you surprised? Twitter is a cesspool of madness. One of those weird. Okay, I'm gonna say grimy. I keep saying grimmy. I'm thinking of like another game. Okay. One of those weird, grimy late night communities. Dark concept art, gore, the darkest, freakiest shit you could find. And she got me. She's not like the rest. She's not like other girls. I don't know what she is exactly, but I cherish her. That's not a word I use lately. Avon hummed, a soft, genuine smile on his face. Wow. Wait, I was supposed to ask him about all these people. I'll end off with acquaintances. I want to hear about his childhood friends. Tell me about your childhood friends. Hmm? Xander. I met Xander when I was 4. Fresh off the cove, fresh off the move from to Colorado. We were kids, recess friends. He'd follow me around the playground like some sad little duck, all big eyes and scraped knees. At first I didn't mind it. It was quiet, easy. But kids grow and I started noticing things. How soft he was. How easy it'd be to chip away at him. So I did. You got the sense that there was more to it he wasn't letting off for some reason. I'd shove him during dodgeball, so say he'd cry too easily. Pull his hoodie down in front of other kids. He flinched like clockwork. Eventually, I'd corner him after class, whisper things that stuck in his head for hours. No one likes you. You're just convenient. That kind of thing. This guy is all kinds of messed up. He's so many layers of messed up. You need Jesus. You need a lot of help. You need to flip that upside down, dude. Not even upside down, right side up. Isn't that a bit much? Maybe. But I was shaping him, doing him a favor. I'd let him sit with us one day. ignore him the next, toss him a compliment after ripping him apart. One time, he started hanging on to every word I said. That's when I knew I had him. By high school, junior year, we weren't just friends. We were something else. Dudes, if you are into this, you need a support group. You need a support group. I don't know from where, but that support group is not there to help you get better. It's there to keep you away from everyone else. Because it's there to keep you the fuck away from everybody else. We do things that make your skin crawl. Break-ins, vandalism, setups. Sometimes it was for fun. Sometimes it was for a little extra cash. Sometimes it was just to see how far we'd go. How far he'd go. And Xander? He hesitated. But he never really did say no. Avon's face Avon's face flickered with something wicked. Not when it mattered anyways. We got close. Real close. Your face scrunched in confusion. What do you mean? You know, the kind of close people. The kind of close people notice but don't question. Well, West did. Rambled about it all the time to Tursk, our friends. But most just whisper about it. They'd never question anything, and if they did, they certainly didn't say anything. I remember laughing once, thinking how no one would ever believe what we'd really done together, how deep it all went. But then shit caught up to me after high school. I got into some mess. Jail time. Nothing permanent, just enough. When I got out, Santa was gone. They said, thank God this motherfucker. They ran. Good for them. Blocked my number. Changed phones. Vanished like I'd never been part of his life. Avon's grip on the blanket tightened between his fingernails, digging back into his palm. I know someone like this. Not even like the whole cool part. I just know this type of somebody. This side he's showing right now. Yeah. They're alone now. They're alone now. Nobody around. Not even making fun of it. It's like it's that bad. Nobody wants them around. Legit. To a point that nobody even like wants to attend. If they, God forbid, yeah, not even God forbid, I don't know. Maybe it would be, I don't know. Maybe it would be something they need or they want. I don't know. If they were to just not show up someday, nobody would flinch. It's that kind of energy. The only people who would flinch are the people who, like he was describing, either were with him or, like, I don't know, some weird, sick, twisted reason cared or wanted some money from whatever happened. And I normally don't feel sad for things, but damn, that actually sounded sad. As I just said it, I was like, damn, that's sad. I never thought about it before. I was like, I never really put my processes into it. But 5 seconds of fame and acknowledgement over. It's like done. I don't even want to talk about it. Enough. You don't speak of evil, lest it shall come. So no, God forbid. I rebuke it in Jesus' name. Amen. I just remember the one lady. I rebuke it too. Not to the person. Just it's just a meme I saw on the internet. It was so funny. It was random. I just find the funniest random things sometimes. It stung bad. Not because I missed him, but because I made him. Yep. Nobody misses that kind of person, dude. You made nothing. You did nothing. You blinked once, then twice, trying to evaluate his words properly. He has become his dad. Maybe even worse. And he had the nerve to pretend like I never existed. You looked in shock, jumping back for a moment. Avon sighed and muttered a sorry. I was pissed. Hurt. Yeah, sure. But mostly angry. I let it go eventually. Got into college, started over, kind of. Then I saw him again on campus. Oh, oh my god. They relish stuff like this, people like that. They relish stuff like this. Jesus. Jesus, what is this? I thought this was gonna be cute and like silly and dumb, but this is some. What did I do? What just happened? Yo, this is some life lesson stuff. What? He looked like he'd seen a ghost. Maybe he had. I didn't rush it. I just gave him space, time. And when you know it, slowly, he came back around. He was terrified that it would kill him in Minecraft. He was terrified. He would be killed or, like, just disappear in Minecraft. Or maybe she could have just left him alone. Started messaging, laughing again, letting the walls drop. Same old patterns, same little ticks. Bruh. Avon laughed. Tell me about your high school friends. I want to end off with acquaintances because he probably is going to be like, yeah, it's whatever. They're just air. They exist. Nothing much. Tell me about your high school friends. Why are we asking this guy all this stuff, bro? But oh, again, it's like getting to know him. There's some serious exposition. Bro, if somebody says this on a date, don't even run. Like, sit there, vibe. Don't even change the topic. Just vibe. Get up, have a great time. But like, day was lit. Day was awesome. It's been an hour. It was wonderful. We've had our dinner. We've had our. I don't know. Do people eat like full sets anymore? Like that's a thing nowadays. People don't even eat like full course meals anymore. They just sit there and they're like, I don't know, whatever the hell is being sold. Like whatever's being sold is like an appetizer or something, and they call it a day. Or like just skip to the main course and dessert if they're lucky, if they want that. That's wild. Bruh, somebody like this, he's letting you know exactly who he is. And I was like, he seems cool. And honestly, he's not like any of the streamers that I described earlier. As I said to you guys, I was like, no. As I described last time, no. He's not at all like them. Not at all. They're like the best version of anything happening here. Oh, what is happening? As far as we know. But, oh, what? What? Hmm. High school friends? He thought for a moment, gathering his thoughts. Well, I've actually known Tursk and West since middle school. We weren't the best kids. Definitely not saints. Not even close. We used to mess with this kid. Xander, actually. He used to be scrawny, quiet, too nerdy for his own good. Easy target. Kinda looked like a kicked puppy. Kinda looked like a kicked puppy most of the time. I think we just wanted to see if he'd snap. He never really did. Avon laughed as if remembering a fond memory. There was this one time up on the school rooftop. It was my idea, obviously. I thought it'd be funny. Give him a little push, you know? A shove. Dumb move. But we were kids. We went he went right over the edge, broke a bunch of shit. His arm, his ribs, maybe his pride too. Still breathing though, so not a big deal in the long run, right? You stared in shock. What? Avon looked at you right in the eye, but he quickly moved on instead of explaining himself. He simply laughed it off.